welcome everyone. How are we doing tonight? I hope you are having a great evening so far. We are excited you are here so we can share with you some incredible tools, some tips, and things that we have found with this non-invasive fat reduction system. And without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Dr. Glenn Jaffe. He has been a chiropractor for over 20 years, helping patients with so many things. And tonight he is going to be talking to you about how you can find a safe and easier way to lose weight. Dr. Jaffe, welcome to the stage.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. I am really excited to share this information with you this evening. And I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. And I hope you leave tonight with a little bit of excitement, inspiration, and a plan for making some changes that you want to see in your body. So let's start first with some information about this really exciting technology that we have to share with you this evening. Well, let's talk about this technology. So what we're going to talk about tonight is the world's safest FDA cleared non-invasive fat loss laser. And when I first learned about this, I was really excited about the prospects of what this kind of change can bring to people. And it really got me inspired to share this information with our community and just as a new kind of way to harness technology to be able to give you an ability to raise your self-esteem, improve your confidence, improve your health, and give you a sense of control over your body. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to talk about an FDA cleared non-invasive fat loss laser. So a little bit about this laser that's really exciting. This laser is actually proven by science and research to help you lose fat with no side effects, no pain, no downtime, all with a touchless, unattended process. It's really amazing. So I want to give you a little bit of a better understanding about this technology and how it can change your life. Let's start with a little bit of background information on what it is and what this FDA cleared laser is actually all about and how it helps you to eliminate fat. So the company that created this laser is named Zerona. So Zerona Corporation has been around since 1996, and they are the world leader in low-level laser technology. The Zerona fat loss laser that they've invented and perfected over the years has actually received 2 FDA clearances for non-invasive fat loss. Zerona is so committed to this technology that they continue to develop and study it. And as of right now, they have over 20 ongoing clinical trials across all of their laser technology platforms. So as you can see, they're very heavily invested in creating a high level of technology and one that proves the results are there. And this is why I'm very confident in this product and the results that it can provide for you. So how does this laser work? So the Zerona laser is what we call a cold laser. And this laser causes your fat cells to open up so the fat literally leaves the cells and then it gets eliminated by your body. All of this is done without any pain, downtime, or reported adverse effects. So let me show you a quick video here to kind of illustrate how this amazing technology works.
Thousands of clients have now seen the amazing results and benefits of choosing the non-invasive approach to fat loss with the Zerona laser. With all of this talk of lasers and fat cells, I'm pretty sure that you have a few questions. I'm here to give you some answers. So let's start at the top. How does it work? The Zerona Z6 laser uses harmless energy of light at specific wavelengths, working a cellular level with your body. The laser creates a small transitory pore for the fatty liquids in your fat cells to seep out. Then, your body processes those fatty liquids through your lymphatic system naturally. The result is that the fat cells shrink instead of being killed. But is it safe? Clinical testing ensures that a fat loss treatment is safe and effective. Zerona Z6 has undergone 11 clinical trials, so clients can have confidence that the treatment works with proven results. Plus, these trials were taken at the highest standard possible to ensure that the Zerona treatment is safe and effective. Now that we know how it works and that it's safe, what is the difference between Zerona Z6 and Cool Sculpting? The biggest difference between the two is Zerona Z6 does not harm your cell. Cool sculpting uses a treatment known as cryolipolysis. It works by placing a roll of fat into two panels that cool the fat to a freezing temperature. Frozen dead fat cells are then excreted out of the body. Side effects of cool sculpting may include a tugging sensation at the treatment site, pain, stinging, or aching at the treatment site, temporary redness, swelling, bruising, and skin sensitivity at the treatment site, paradoxical adipose hyperplasia at the treatment site. The Zerona treatment has had no known side effects or serious adverse events reported. Is the Zerona Z6 treatment permanent? Since the Zerona Z6 laser helps you lose actual fat and not water weight, results are long-lasting, as long as you stick to a calorie-neutral diet preceding the treatments. How many treatments do I need? You will be informed by your provider of the results you should expect and assign a treatment plan based on the goal you are trying to reach. So there you have it. Zerona is a safe and effective treatment for fat loss.
It's pretty neat, isn't it? That illustration really helps to kind of get at the heart of how this laser works. So you're probably asking, as the laser works, what happens to the fat once it leaves the fat cells? So what we're going to do is we're going to show you some pictures here using MRI photography to actually illustrate what happens with these cells when the laser gets on them. So as you can see, when we are at 0 minutes on this picture, kind of looks like a bunch of grapes. Now, as we progress into the 6 minutes and 12 minutes, you can start to see some of these cells actually begin to lose their shape or almost look like they're deflating. Once we get to the 18-minute mark, you can see that highlighted cell there in the middle with a red arrow. It almost looks like a raisin. So the fat has literally leaked out of the cell, and that's how the laser works. It gets the cells to open up, and then the fat gets to leave. So what do we do with this fat after it leaves the cells? So some of the fat is used by fuel as in the cardiovascular system, which is good, but most of the fat enters the lymph system. So the lymph system you may be familiar with. Sometimes it's referred to as the sewer system of the body, but it helps to collect and move the fat out of the body, and then it gets excreted by the waste system. And then presto, the fat is literally removed from your body. And this is all a natural process. All these systems work this way normally. When the laser hits the fat cells and the fat leaves, the body just does its normal job and gets the fat out of there. So an important distinction that we want to make here is one they touched in that video, where we talk about invasive versus non-invasive fat loss techniques. Now, invasive means a way to enter the body or break the skin or to even cause physical damage to tissue. Non-invasive means basically the opposite, without breaking the skin or causing physical damage to tissue. So what we did was we wanted to compare and contrast the different styles. So we looked at the published clinical studies and known adverse effects of the different types of fat loss technologies. We want to see what the difference is. We want to go right to the source of these procedures. So let's first talk about liposuction. Most people are familiar with this procedure. It's been around for a little while. It's an extremely invasive surgical procedure in which the person undergoes general anesthesia. And then a long tube is inserted into the skin, and it's used to scrape and suck fat cells out of the body. That doesn't even sound pleasant. There are known risks associated with it, like pain lasting for some time, swelling, bruising, soreness, even numbness has been reported. Scarring can appear sometimes after the skin heals from the procedure. And there's also reported skin irregularities following the procedure as well. And there's also a condition where weight distribution happens in the body. And this risk is with liposuction. We're going to talk about more about this in a minute. Now, typically, liposuction is limited to about 2 to 3 liters of fat per session and per area. So it's kind of a small procedure relative to body size. Costs associated with liposuction can go over $9,000 for a typical case. Now, there was a study several years ago performed by a couple of doctors, and they found some interesting things. One of the quotes attributed to the authors was, "With liposuction, the belly finds what the thighs lose." What they're referring to is the body redistributing fat. They noted that over 40% of the patients surveyed were unsatisfied with results long-term with their liposuction procedures. The reason they were dissatisfied is most of them noted that the fat had redistributed itself in other parts of the body. This process is called paradoxical adipose hyperplasia. Don't try and say that 10 times fast. One of the authors from the study noted that the phenomenon is sometimes called redistribution upstairs because the fat gets redistributed into the upper abdomen, around the shoulders and the arms. So if you've ever seen anyone maybe at walking around or at the beach, sometimes you notice that they have a nice flat waist, but they have what look like bat wings under their arms or under their shoulders. And this may be what happened. So as you can see in the illustration here, those shadows, the silhouettes kind of illustrate what happens. Unfortunately, there are some adverse side effects to liposuction, just like any other surgical procedure. There are risks. You can see the uneven healing in the skin and the scarring in these liposuction patients. There's other similar techniques to liposuction that remove or destroy fat cells. I'm going to share with you in a little bit why this is not an ideal strategy. We want to keep those fat cells. We're going to talk about cool sculpting now. Now, a lot of you are probably familiar with cool sculpting, and this is an FDA cleared device for what is called the appearance of discrete fat loss, and that is directly from their FDA clearance. Now, this is important to remember. We're going to come back to this principle in a few more minutes as well. So if you're not familiar with cool sculpting, basically uses a clamping device that grabs the skin, it freezes the tissue in order to kill fat cells. It is as painful as it sounds, and the pain can last up to 10 days. There's also temporary side effects attributed to cool sculpting like redness, swelling, bruising, tingling, firmness, stinging, and pain. Sometimes it can take months for the results to appear. All of these are taken from clinical trials, FDA clearances, and other information directly from cool sculpting. Costs associated with cool sculpting can total anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000 per treatment area. And by per treatment area, the area that is treated with cool sculpting is about the size of a small loaf of bread. So if you can kind of think about what that is in your hands, that's about the size of the area that you get to treat with cool sculpting. So here you can see this is the device on the screen right, or excuse me, the screen left. That is the actual clamp with some tissue squeezed into it. And on the right side, you can see this gentleman had a bruising in the area in which he had cool sculpting. And this is unfortunately a common thing that we see with cool sculpting as a side effect. Now, both of these procedures, liposuction and cool sculpting, destroy or remove fat cells. Remember, we were going to come back to this. I'm here to tell you, fat cells are actually good for you. I'm going to say that again. Fat cells are actually good for you. You're probably saying, hey, wait a minute. I'm trying to learn how to lose fat, and you're telling me that fat cells are a good thing. So I'm here to tell you, yes, sometimes the best information is actually counterintuitive. So if they are important to body functions, why would you want to get rid of fat cells? See, these cells are very important for a variety of different body functions, including appetite regulation, glucose and lipid metabolism, and body weight homeostasis. These all sound like important functions related to what we're talking about in body contour changing and fat loss. So as you probably figured out, a strategy to lose fat, but one that preserves fat cells sounds like a better option, doesn't it? Okay, so if we want to explore non-invasive techniques that don't kill or remove fat cells, what about something like LED or red light therapy? Some people may have heard of that. Well, we've probably seen information about these approaches on social media and in other places. What I want to tell you about LED is that it doesn't actually eliminate fat. It uses thermal energy to cause the body to lose mostly water. Another distinction about LED is, remember when we talked about at the beginning how Zerona has secured an FDA clearance for the Zerona Laser for fat loss? When they do studies to submit to the FDA, they have to use what's called a placebo or a sham treatment to contrast with the Zerona Laser. In the studies that Zerona performed, an LED was used as the placebo. So there's no way that the LED has the same effect that the Zerona laser does based on the FDA clearance. So if you're like most people, finding something that gets results and has no side effects is what you're searching for. This is why I'm really excited to share the Zerona laser with you. There's no side effects, there's no downtime, there's no pain or discomfort, there's only results. So like we talked about, the Zerona laser, the clearance that the FDA granted is based on that double-blind placebo study. The research proves that it is safe for fat loss. The study that the FDA approved to give the clearance actually demonstrated that the laser showed an average of 3.5 inches lost over the 2 weeks used during the study. To contrast that, Cool Sculpting and their clearance, the study they submitted, showed only what that's called a discrete amount of fat loss, which was equating to about 1/10 of an inch. And remember, there's no change in the fat cells with Zerona. Zerona leaves the fat cells in your body where they belong. Liposuction and Cool Sculpting destroy or remove those fat cells. And remember, there's no pain, no side effects, and no downtime with this technology. So let's talk a little bit now about what the Zerona experience is like. So a little kind of background about the Zerona itself. There's 6 laser heads, and we use those to target the areas that you want to change. And remember, it's a cold laser, so there's no heat produced. The way the laser works is the wavelength that is emitted is the one that gets those fat cells to open the pores, lets the fat out, and lets the body take care of that fat. The entire experience is extremely comfortable, all without side effects and downtime. Okay, let's get to the good stuff. You guys want to see results. You want to see what you're getting into. So what I want to do is start with the story about a patient by a colleague that was treated by a colleague of mine, Dr. Kurt Gare, out in California. His name is Mando. Now, Mando was seeking some weight loss help with bariatric surgery, and he was told by his surgeon that he was not a good candidate for gastric bypass surgery because he was too obese and his labs were too far off the charts. He was just a risk to have the surgery. So Mando needed to find something to help him change his body. And so he was referred by his surgeon to Dr. Gare for treatment with Zerona. So what I want to do is kind of illustrate the power of this laser on the body and use Mando's story to kind of show you that not just physical changes can happen, but functional changes can happen too. And these twofold changes is what I'm really excited to share with you guys tonight about. So Mando had his labs really significantly changed. And a couple that I want to point out to you are really striking. You all are probably familiar with lipids and triglycerides and things when we get our blood work done. Well, Mando's triglycerides were 2,086, and that is not a typo. I asked Dr. Gare about that personally, and he said, no, it was 2,086. After Zerona treatments and with some changes to his diet and his healthy routine, he dropped down to 160. So that's an amazing change. He also dropped his cholesterol by 127 points. And the good cholesterol, the ones that we need to help with body function, essentially doubled. They went from 17 to 35. And a couple other enzymes and markers improved as well. So as you can see, Mando had some remarkable changes by using the Zerona laser to help his body lose fat. So after learning about Mando, I started to uncover some more results. And so these next 3 clients are from some other clinics from around the country that confirmed the possibilities that I saw with Zerona. So as you can see, these changes, I got excited about them too. So let me talk about this first young lady. You can see that she had some significant physical changes in the 6 sessions over about 3 weeks. And you can really see around the waist and the love handle area, just below the waistband of those shorts, pretty significant change in a short amount of time, which is really exciting. This gentleman lost 13 total inches in 9 sessions. And now we look at these pictures and we see, well, I'm a guy, I've got fat in different places. I don't know if this is going to work. Well, it does work. The cool thing about the Zerona laser is it doesn't matter where the fat cell is. The fat is going to leave the cell when the Zerona laser hits it. And so this gentleman was able to lose almost 13 inches in 9 sessions. And as you can see, some pretty significant physical changes are apparent. The next picture is really neat. If you notice, it's the same pair of jeans on this woman. 12 sessions over about 12 weeks, she was able to fit into these jeans in a whole different way than she used to. She was very excited, and the doctor who worked with her on this was also very excited to share these results. So, as you can see, some pretty significant changes. These people started to feel different. They started to get a sense of self-esteem rising. They were more confident. They're very excited. They probably went out and bought a bunch of new clothes, which is kind of fun too. So I got excited about this. I wanted to share these results with you guys, and I wanted to share the possibilities of how this can impact your life, especially after hearing Mando's story. So we got started here in our clinic, and I want to introduce you to Nick. Nick was one of our first clients who started with Zerona treatment. He did a great job. Nick lost 11 pounds and 4.5 inches in about 3.5 weeks. And as you can see, these pictures are really kind of remarkable, especially around Nick's midsection. You can really see that his belly changed. He was really excited with these results. Now, that's a lot of weight to lose in such a little bit amount of time, some people will ask. So one of the things we want to understand is the way the Zerona laser works, remember, is that it's getting the fat cells to let the fat leak out of the body. So this kind of fat loss can happen quickly because the body can naturally get the fat out of there. When we compare it to other fat loss strategies like ketosis or fasting, anything like that, you're causing the body to actually break down muscle and lose protein. And that's something you don't want to do. Or you shed water, which is a very easy thing to do over a short period of time, but that certainly doesn't change the fat, doesn't change the composition of your body. So one of the things we've noticed in the research is that we spread out the treatments over time. Some people want to ask us, well, why don't we just do all the treatments in a short amount of time and just blast the fat out of the laser or out of the cells with the laser? Well, it doesn't work that way. The research shows that the most effective, the most efficient way to do this is to actually leave at least 48 hours in between each laser session, because the laser continues to have an effect on these cells up to about 50 hours or so after the laser is done. So we want to give the body time to allow the maximum amount of fat loss with each session. So let's dive into some more of our patients, our clients who've done really well. So this is Benny. Benny loves to play golf. Benny likes to wear nice golf shirts, and he was very excited about being able to dress a little bit better, get some new golf shirts playing golf. But Benny did amazing. He lost 14 inches in 12 sessions over about 12 weeks. Benny's a little bit of an older gentleman, and so sometimes we get questions about whether age affects how well the Zerona laser works. And Benny is past retirement age. I won't give away his age, but as you can see, it was highly effective with Benny. He was very pleased with the results, and we were excited for him. All right, now we're going to see Miss Lori. Lori is really a fascinating results study as well. Lori came to us and she had gastric bypass surgery many years ago. And so her body changed, but it is not the way that she wanted it to change. So she really targeted her midsection. And so Lori was able to lose a really amazing amount of 14.5 inches over 7 weeks. And now she is happier with how she feels, but she really remarks about how much more energy she has. And she's very excited about that. Now we're going to see Joanne. Joanne did an amazing job. You can see in these pictures, she had some really remarkable changes. Joanne lost 20 pounds and 17 inches over 16 weeks. She did 24 sessions over those 16 weeks and worked really well and really hard to get these results. And she is definitely in a smaller dress size now. Her goal was to change her body because her son is getting married soon, and she wanted to feel and look her best. So here's a couple more pictures of Joanne. You can really see some changes there. So how do we get such good and predictable results? That's a great question. The reason is we haven't created our program for this. We've actually curated it. So our process has been selected to give you the foundation for achieving the results that you want. So we have a 4-prong approach that gives you all the tools for success. We've got the Zerona laser. We help you with movement, we help you with hydration, and we support you with smart eating. So at the heart of this process is, of course, the Zerona laser with its 6 independent rotating lasers. Now we can target any area from the neck down. Each session is comprised of two 20-minute sessions, one on each side of the targeted area. We do that 1 to 2 times a week. During each session, you can relax, take a nap, read a book. We have clients that even come in on their lunch breaks. The second step in this process is to incorporate movement. Movement is key to activating the lymph system. So after your laser session, each time you will spend 10 minutes on a vibration plate to supercharge the lymph system as it starts to move the fat out of the body. We're also going to give you some support for daily movement to keep that lymph system working. The third part of this is hydration. Hydration, water especially, aids the body's natural process of fat removal by the lymph system. So we recommend taking your body weight, dividing it by 2 to get the minimum number of ounces of water you should drink every day. Whether you're on Zerona or not, this is a great strategy. So make sure you remember this, write it down, share it with your friends. But take your body weight, divide it by 2, and that's the minimum number of ounces. So we've also included a few other hydration tracking and support strategies into this program to help keep you quenched. The fourth part is smart eating. So a neutral calorie diet is really the fourth major part of our curated process. We've included parts of this system to help support you with nutritional support app to give you access to guidance and strategies on how to support your diet to keep sustaining those results with the laser. So I want you to kind of imagine for a moment that you possess a magic wand, one that has some incredible power to sculpt your body into the ideal size and shape. So with that wand in your hand, I want you to close your eyes, think about holding that wand and hold it in your hand and kind of concentrate in on it. Now, I want you to wave that wand in your hand and kind of visualize yourself, your ideal self. Think about every detail vividly. Think about how the perfect outfit fits you perfectly. Think about how that makes you feel. Think about the confidence that you have that is just coming off of you, that's radiating off of how you carry yourself, how you walk around the room, the energy, the vitality that's pulsing through every fiber of your being. Think about how you feel. Imagine just moving through life effortlessly, embracing every opportunity with joy and enthusiasm. Think about how that feels, how much power that gives you. Think about that smile on your face as you think about that. So take a moment to explore this vision of yourself. What do you look like? What color outfit are you wearing? What color shirt do you have on? What color dress? How does that make you feel? How does that feel to put on a shirt or pull up a pair of pants and zip it up and button it up and have no struggle at all, and it fits right where it's supposed to? How does that make that happiness feel to do something like that? Let these images kind of just fill your mind for a moment. Let go of any doubts or limitations or hesitations you may have, and just concentrate on what you want. Now, what I want you to do is kind of remember back to that magic wand and think about if you had the power to make this vision a reality, and you took that magic wand and you bopped yourself on the head with it and you made it happen. What would you do if you made that reality happen? How would you seize the day? How would you live the best life that you've ever imagined? With that magic wand in your hand, there are no limits. You can achieve what you want. Just think about that for a second. Once you get really clear on that, go ahead and open your eyes. But just remember that while that wand may be imaginary, the power to transform your body and your life is very real. And it starts with you in a decision. And that decision is to use a laser sculpting package. And we have those tools to help support you to make those realities happen. So if you're ready to wave goodbye to that old you and get away from those old clothes and step into a vibrant, confident future, are you ready for it? So tonight, I want to introduce to you the Ultra Success Program. It is our curated program with all the components to help you reach your success. So the session, the package, the program that we have, let me break it down for you. There's 12 Zerona sessions. Remember, the heart and soul of this process, the most important, powerful part of the program. We're going to do 40 minutes, 20 minutes on each side with our FDA cleared laser. We use the adjustable heads to form and target right around those areas that you want to change. There's no pain, there's no downtime, just results. We've got 12 vibe plate sessions built into this process. Remember, this activates the lymph system. Now those cells are open, the fat is out. We've got to help get the fat out of the body, and the lymph system is built for that. So this vibe plate is going to help engage the lymph system to get the fat out of the body. The vibe plate does it like nothing else. We're going to include a success package in this curated support package. This is going to help you with some tools to really support and keep you on progress. So the first thing is we're going to start with a gentle plant-based cleanse to help your body process the initial changes that are happening. The reason I selected this cleanse is because it is very gentle, very safe. It's not going to cause you to run to the bathroom 17 times a day. It helps your body to get the fat out of the body faster. We've also arranged for you to get a 1-month pass to LA Fitness. This is going to help you engage in even more movement activity. And we found that this really helps get you moving. It's right next door to our clinic, so it's really convenient. We're also going to give you a dry lymph brush. Now, we found that using this dry lymph brush really helps to stimulate lymph circulation. It's a great tool to help continue to keep these changes happening. It also helps to tighten up the skin, increase collagen formation, all kinds of good things. So one of the things that we noticed is that sometimes it's hard to keep track of how much water we're drinking. We all struggle with that. Remember, half your body weight in ounces. So we're going to give you a water tracking water bottle. We get a lot of good feedback that the water tracking water bottle is a really great tool to help to stay on target. We're also going to help you with tying you into an app that's going to help you to keep your hydration goals close at hand. We've also vetted and included a nutritional support app that's going to help you along your dietary journey as well. This app goes on your phone, super easy to use. Calorie neutral diet will ensure a higher level of success, and there's lots of options on that app to help you achieve that. So your Ultra Success Program awaits. The 12 Zerona sessions are the heart and soul of this process. And this is a $3,624 value. That is the most important thing in this program. We've also added in the 12 whole body vibration plate sessions that you're going to do after each laser session. And that is a $324 value. We're going to include the success package. This is a $428 value, all those goodies in there. Brings the total value of this whole program to $4,376. But the lifetime changes that you're going to get are priceless. So some of you might be wondering, is this going to work? Absolutely, it's going to work. Our clients are getting results and seeing inches melt away. I'm going to bring Nick back in here. He had a life-changing experience that I want him to tell you about.
Hi, my name is Nick Abear. I am 6 sessions in. I actually just completed my 6th session yesterday, and I wanted to kind of share my experience with you. So far, 6 sessions in, a little over 3.5 weeks. I had 1 week of travel, so I didn't get 2 sessions in 1 week. I had to break it up. But 6 sessions in, I am 4.5 inches down and all in the right area. And I'm 11 pounds down, which is big for me. I've struggled to lose weight for quite a long time. This has been great for me. I'll be honest with you. I've done okay with my diet during this time. I haven't been perfect. My wife's cooking is really good, so I had a few cheat meals in there. I did try to stay active, and I drank plenty of water, and I'm just absolutely blown away with the results. And this is so big for me. Just a quick experience about how quality of life just this 3.5 weeks has been for me. I fly for work probably a couple times a week, and it's always been a little embarrassing. I'm a big guy, and sometimes I have to get the extension. A lot of times I do, and it's kind of a scary moment for me. About my 4th session in, I had to travel for work, and it wasn't even a hiccup. For the first time in a couple years, I just clicked with no worries. That 4 inches, 4.5 inches that was gone made a huge difference. I'm actually wearing a belt today that I haven't worn in years either. So this has been great for me already. I can't wait to continue and see what the results are by the end.
Every time I hear that story, it just gives me a little bit of goosebumps just to see what it meant to Nick to have those changes happen to him physically, but also the feeling that he had on that airplane really validates his decision to incorporate the Zerona as part of his weight loss journey. And just so exciting to hear stories like that from people all the time. So it's time to get started with your Ultra Success program, just like Nick did. I want those changes to happen for you. But you know what? I want you to wait. We have something more for you, only tonight. So there's going to be some extra bonuses to help you amplify your results on our Ultra Success program. So by signing up tonight, I'm going to include a 30-minute massage into the package with one of our incredible massage therapists as an added bonus tonight. So you see, massage is another way to help accelerate the movement of fat through the lymph system. It's also beneficial to tighten skin and collagen, to get that collagen to form in the right direction. And it just feels good, right? Who doesn't want to have a massage and feel better? I'm going to do another exciting bonus tonight as well. We're going to include a positive intelligence program for you. This program that we're going to give you access to helps to build your mental strength to sustain the changes that are coming your way. And we've gotten some amazing feedback from some of our clients who've been in this program, and that has been so incredibly powerful for them that I wanted to make sure that we give you access to this as well. And I wanted to bring in Tammy to talk to you about the Positive Intelligence program.
Thank you, Dr. Daffy. This program has been life-changing for so many people. That is the common theme I hear from everyone who goes through this program. It is life-changing in every area of their life. The program is set up as an 8-week program where you will have daily access to an app that's going to be providing you with 15 minutes a day is all you need to spend. And you actually don't do it all at the same time. So you get to spread those 15 minutes out at 4 different times throughout the day, where you're going to be doing daily exercises that help you to understand what might be sabotaging your results. Because we know that in any area of our life, especially with weight loss, there are things that show up that are sabotaging your results, whether you're, picking a cup of cookie or eating a piece of cake or whatever it is that is happening to you. There's a reason that you're getting the results that you have. There's a reason that you haven't lost the weight that you're trying to lose. And by understanding how you are sabotaging yourself in those areas, it will transform and be able to bring you the results that you are looking for. So I wanted to share with you, this is a simple process. We give you absolute support throughout this. We have weekly pod meetings where we get together and we talk about what you've learned, what you've experienced, and how we can help support you going forward. And you have the daily access to the app. So within this, I just want to share a couple results that have gone through this. We've got Julie, who said, the Positive Intelligence program has been so helpful in supporting me to create excellent new habits. Who here wants to create some new habits? Just give me a 1 in the chat if you want to create some excellent new habits. Overcome resistance and procrastination and help me create results in areas of my life where I have been stalled. When you feel like you've got that resistance showing up or procrastination that comes in every time you think about trying to do something different. And she said she is so excited to finally move forward in areas of my life where I felt stuck. And Mia also shared that the positive intelligence program is unlike any she has ever seen. She said, I am a lifelong learner and have studied many, many frameworks. And in this body of work, however, we concentrate on these PQ reps and noticing which saboteurs were stopping our progress. It would made such a huge difference in how I show up now. If you're ready to show up differently, if you're ready to make a difference in your life, if you're ready to build that confidence and get rid of the self-doubt, this program is going to support you in so many ways. So we're sharing it here with you as a way to also help you with your weight loss. But I have had people go through the program. They're like, oh my goodness, this helped me with my relationship. This helped me with my career. This helped me with so many other areas, because once they understand how they show up and what's happening, they see the difference. And so in the program, you're going to take an assessment to see what your results are, and what everyone is different, right? We all show up differently. We all have different things that bother us that show up in different ways. You're going to find out exactly what it is for you. And then you'll be able to apply this in the program as you start to get better results. We just had Trinity go through this, and she was like, this has changed every area of my life, and I cannot wait to keep moving forward with this. So if you join us tonight, this is a tonight only bonus, you get this PQ program included, this 8-week program. If you go to the website, positiveintelligence.com, you will see this program is $997. And we are including it for you all for free. $1,000 program, and you do not have to pay for it.
That's really great. And as Tammy alluded to, we've had such an amazing amount of great feedback and really pervasive changes in life. And that's really what we want for you tonight is to show you that there is a way. There's a choice you can make, and you can go the hard way if you want. People are looking to lose fat and change their bodies. You can try fad diets, you can try painful procedures, you can be frustrated with a lack of long-lasting changes, or you can seek an easier road, the one that's smooth and clear and fun. And you can do this with a non-invasive process that has support and has proven results. And that's what we have for you tonight. Remember, this Ultra Success program is built for you. It's built for your success. Those 12 Zerona sessions have a $3,624 value. The 12 whole body Viplate sessions have a $324 value. The success package, so important to help keep you on your success journey. The $428 of curated tools to help you keep going. We're including that bonus massage tonight. It's a $97 value. Remember, with one of our fantastic, amazing massage therapists. And we've got the positive intelligence program that we just talked about, a $997 value included. This is an amazing package. The value of this package is $5,470. It's amazing. It is completely worth that. In the past, we've offered this package for $2,997. But tonight, we're going to give you a special opportunity to get started with us, along with these amazing bonuses for $1,995. Now, tonight, we're going to give you the opportunity to get started with us with one payment of $1,995, or if you want to break it up into 3 payments, we'll do that at $685. So our team is going to drop a link in the chat now. You'll be able to click on that link and sign up, and to make sure you reserve your spot now. This price is only available for those who are here in this masterclass and that are ready to get started on their weight loss journey. Now, for the first 3 people that sign up during this masterclass, I haven't told anybody about this yet, but I've decided that the first 3 people who sign up, I'm going to give you an extra massage. So instead of just 1 massage, we're going to include 2 massages throughout your time with us in this program. So we're going to give you 2 massages to help continue on that journey. Now, when you go to the screen to register, you will see this screen. Just a little information here about how to use the screen. You're going to select the 1 pay option if you want to make 1 payment. If you want to do the 3 payment option, go ahead and select the bottom choice. Don't select both of them. or you'll get both of them. So remember, the top one is if you want to just go ahead and take care of that tonight, or if you want to break it up into 3 payments, we'll go ahead and do that for you at $665 each. Now, after you sign up, let me walk you through a little bit of that first session so you kind of give you an expectation. Now, on our first session, we're going to do a health assessment. We're going to dig in and just kind of find out about you, about your health, and kind of understand what your goals are. A very important part of this process is to get measured, because we want to continue to get you results. And the way we do that is we measure to see what results happen. So we're going to take some different measurements of your body at the beginning. We're also going to take some measurements at the end. And obviously that's the way to compare the changes, compare the inches lost. We're also going to take some pictures. Don't worry, we won't take pictures with your head in your face, or if you've got any kind of distinguishing tattoos or things, we'll make sure those are covered. But we want to get pictures too, so we can see the changes that have happened. As you can see with some of our other clients tonight, you want to be able to see the change, and it gives you great validation for the work you put in. Now, as we talked about, each session is 40 minutes under the laser, 20 minutes on each side, and then we're going to have 10 minutes for your time on the vibe plate. So that's what the first session is going to look like. All the other sessions that we're going to do after that are going to be about an hour long, because we don't need to take a lot of measurements, pictures, or do a health assessment. So pretty easy. So at this point, we want to know if you have any questions. We'd like you to put them in the chat. Okay. Now, while you're doing that, if you've got any questions about anything, go ahead and put them in there. What I want to do is just kind of go over some of the more frequently asked questions that we receive. And this may answer the question you put in there. So if you just pay attention while you're typing. So first question was, when can I get started? So great question. A lot of excitement. I want to get started today, right? So once you sign up, someone from our team will be reaching out within the next 24 hours to get you scheduled so we can start you as soon as possible. And we have appointments available for you to get started this week if we can work it out. So our staff member will reach out to you once you confirm you're getting started with us. So how often can I do the sessions? Well, for the best results, we recommend doing the sessions 1 to 2 times a week, and make sure that there's at least 48 hours in between each session. Remember, we want to give the laser time to have an effect on the cells as long as possible, and this gives us the best efficiency to get the fat out. Another question we get is, will I need more than 12 sessions? So every person is looking to lose a different amount of inches. So there are times when people need more than 12 sessions. So what we're going to do is we'll evaluate your progress through the first 12 sessions, and then we can tailor recommendations to meet your goals at that point. What happens once I'm done with the program? That's a great question. So as long as you are maintaining a calorie neutral diet, you should not gain any of the fat back. We've developed a maintenance program that many of our clients take advantage of to help them keep their results. It's an exclusive program only for our patients that have completed one of our programs. We know how hard the work is that you put into doing this and getting results and losing those inches. So we want to be able to help you keep them from coming back. Will my insurance cover this? This is an elective treatment and insurance does not cover it, but you may be able to use an HSA or an FSA to pay for the treatments. We would suggest checking with your plan first, but we can certainly work with you to see if we can make that happen. What if we purchase a package tonight for myself and I want to get one for like my spouse or a friend? So you can definitely purchase more than one package tonight. If you want to take advantage of this exclusive offer on the Masterclass. Remember, after this Masterclass is over, this offer is not going to be available. So if you do have someone in mind, go ahead and get them one too. What we're going to have you do is just make a second transaction and put that person's name in there when you do that. All right. So those are some of the more common questions we get. Let me see if we have any other questions here. So we have a question about, is there a certain BMI you need to have? So I'm going to assume that you are referring to having a BMI that's maybe not too high. We'll kind of assume that's what you mean. So there really is no ceiling, if you will, as far as a BMI that would keep you from being a candidate for using the Zerona. What we have seen, however, is that patients that do have a higher BMI, especially if you're above 35 or 40 BMI, there are a lot of restrictions on things that you can do. The Zerona actually is one of the ways that you can help to kickstart some of those changes that can make you eligible for certain things that a high BMI may be keeping you from being able to do. A very common thing that we help people with the Zerona is people who need a knee replacement or hip replacement, and their orthopedic surgeon has told them that they need to get their BMI down to a certain number. The Zerona is absolutely a fantastic option for those patients to help them get to that goal, to help them get that knee replacement surgery done. All right, let's see if we have any other questions about this. Are there any reasons why somebody can't get Zerona? Okay, that's a great question. So there's a couple situations where we don't recommend Zerona. If you are actively nursing or you're pregnant, we don't do the Zerona treatments on them. And unfortunately, if you have active cancer, that's something that we need you to have you taken care of before we can have a conversation about using the Zerona. But typically, anything else, we don't have any restrictions on that. And the FDA clearance shows that it is safe and effective for anything from the neck down. All right. Let's see if there's any other questions. All right. I think we've covered everything. Well, I really hope that you've enjoyed their time with us tonight. We've really excited to share all this information with you. Oh, hold on. We've got another question. Is there any known side effects, and how long does the change last? Okay, so side effects, no reported adverse side effects are known with the Zerona treatment. And that was one of the biggest things, aside from the results, that really got me excited about this, is that it is so wide open how we can use it. And it's very safe, very effective. How long do the changes last? So it's really important to understand that because we're not destroying or removing those fat cells, that the body's going to use the fat cells as they're supposed to. So if you go through the Zerona program with us and you see great changes, and you change your eating habits, your lifestyle, and you're on that calorie neutral diet, and then all of a sudden you stop and you go back to eating whatever you want, and you're eating Chick-fil-A 6 times a week, the body eventually will put that fat back in those cells. So you will undo those changes eventually over time. So this program will help your body change, it'll help get the fat out of the cells. But that's why we give you the strategies and give you the tools to help ensure long-term success with this program. All right. Well, I think that about covers everything. So we're really excited to share this information with you again this evening, and I hope you leave this class with some excitement, some anticipation of changes that are happening for you in the future, and we are excited to get on that journey with you and to show you the possibilities. So thank you so much for your time tonight. If you do have any more questions, you can always reach out to us directly, and we hope to see you soon. Take care.